Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Up Next Fighting. We're here at UNF 6. It's finally happening. We're here at the Commerce Casino. With me right now is Chad George. Chad, I want to first off by asking you, we're here. It's time. Up Next Fighting 6. How are you feeling?
It's awesome, right? This is a culmination of everything we've been working on, and tonight's going to be a great night.
It definitely is. And here's the thing, we've talked before several times, and you're like the go-to guy when it comes to having so many of your fighters on these cards. So what's the number today? Like, how many of your guys are on here? I feel like at this point I've lost track.
Well, actually, luckily tonight we only have three. I was in New York last night. We had guys fighting last night, and so now I'm here, and we're ready to put on an amazing show, and I can't wait for not only my athletes, but all the other fighters that we have on the card tonight.
So really quickly, you were just in New York last night. I mean, that's on the other side of the coast, and now you're here. How are you feeling? What's the energy level like? Are you like trying to make sure you're like mentally there to, obviously travel gets to people?
Team no sleep. It's what it is. It's just the way I operate. Honestly, it's been that way for a long time. That I actually thrive as long as I'm going. If I'm going and going and going, I feel like I thrive in the chaos. It's when I slow down is when I feel like I'm missing a beat. And so going from there to here and then being able to be a part of this is what keeps me going. I'm like the fire. Just keep lighting the fire, and we're just gonna keep tearing things down.
Exactly. Now, I got to tell you now, I know that people here, don't get to see all of the behind the scenes, but, I see you, running around doing this, doing that, and you're wearing multiple hats and all of that. So with that being said, tell us, you're here, you got 3 fighters on the card. You mentioned all the other guys, and you wear so many hats here at Up Next Fighting. What encompasses all of today and everything that you're doing here today? Walk us through some of that.
Well, today my role in general with Up Next is I'm the bridge between the athletes and the show, because all of us as fighters we are going through so many emotional things, and we want to know that like the show takes care of the fighters and know that we need each other, and I'm the one that kind of helps bridge that gap. And so my goal is from the moment I get here to the moment we all leave is I want to make sure these guys know that we appreciate them, because I've said it many times before, but there is no show without the fighters, and there are no fighters without the show, so we need to work together. And I love being able to just tell the athletes thank you, because that's stuff that I would have loved when I was coming up, to have a promotion say, man, thank you for doing this, thank you for being here, because we are actually a family. We have to work together, and that's what we're doing, and that's why Up Next is doing what it's doing. And I mean, we're only on number 6, and look at the growth that we've made, and look at the impact that we're making, and this is just the beginning.
So I do want to touch on that. You mentioned the impact, and obviously, as somebody who's heavily involved in the industry, what are you hearing? What are people saying? Like when, when they first heard of Up Next Fighting from UNF 1 to where we're at now, what is the response from those within the industry?
I think everybody sees what we're doing, and there's no question about it that we're here to stay. And every show we are getting better and better, and the people that we talk to and the responses that we're getting are of that. People, like, they're excited because there's not many shows left in California, and the ones that are, I'll be honest, there's a lot of things that just have been repeated over the years. And with us coming onto the stage, people are being forced to step their game up, and I love that. I love the fact that now everybody is growing together, and it takes a little healthy competition to make that happen. And everybody seems to be seeing what we're doing, and they want to be a part of it.
Exactly. I was just talking with Ian Harris of Fight Science, and he was just talking to me about how, UNF is sort of, filling this void that was kind of not there, especially here in such a large market of Los Angeles when it comes to getting guys ready to go to places like Bellator, like UFC. And so that is definitely something that, people are talking about. Chad, I do want to ask you, because you mentioned a couple of your guys are here on the card. Talk to us about who's on here and some of the fights that you're most excited to see.
Well, Desmond Alvarado, he's my only amateur tonight. He's 3-0. He's really exciting. He's got a tough fight ahead of him, and that's going to be a great fight, And then my 2 pros are AJ Bryant and Diego Perez, both exciting fighters. But, I mean, tonight is about all the athletes on the card, not just mine. I really want to, I want to point it out at every show that the matchmaking that George does is incredible. You know, so whether it's my guys or other camps or whatever it is, like these are the best fights in California. And soon, I know we have some surprises that are going to be coming out, but just it's going to be awesome.
That's so cool. And I do want to ask you, my last question is, what's the vibe like backstage with all the fighters? What's the vibe like when they're here at this event, you know, getting prepared for this show? Is it a mixture of like nerves, excitement? Like, what is the vibe like?
Well, for this show in particular, you hear it, right? We're doing this 80s themes, and you can't help but want to be moving to it, right? So like you can't be in a bad mood when you're playing nothing but 80s. So that carries on into the back room. And that's why we're doing things like this. We want to change the environment of it being this testosterone, I'm going to fight and kill everybody, to, hey, we're having a party, we're having a good time, and we are going to go compete martial arts. And so when in the backstage, I'm going around, I'm shaking everybody's hands, making sure that they're good, making sure they're calm if they need anything, because that's what it's about. And I mean, come on now. We're
here, we're living it. This is it right now.
That's
awesome.
it.
Well, Chad, I want to thank you so much for coming out here and taking some time out of your busy schedule to come chat with us about everything going up here at UpNext Fighting. Guys, if you're watching, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. We are growing. We got interviews posted on here. We got plenty of fights that you guys can check out. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you on the next vid.